Jack Duckworth in one word. Wonderful.
I've always been attractive to women.
Salt of the earth.
Friendly. That's what I am.
Rough diamond.
Married? Isn't prison enough for him?
Jack is one of these wonderful people that life tends to stamp on.
You're Jack Duckworth, aren't you? Everything backfires in your face.
Everyone knows somebody like Jack, a duck or a diver.
I mean, look at your life, eh? Bookies, pub, fill your gut and sleep. I mean, that's not human.
That's not human, Vera. That's paradise.
Working with Bill were amazing. In fact, it weren't like work.
Widows, nuns, lesbians, steer well clear of them. You've got an ordinary working lad playing an ordinary working lad.
And you're no flipping widow either.
And may the best girl win. What do they call you? Angel. Come on, Flemington. Come on.
For over 3 decades, Jack Duckworth, brought to life by Bill Tarmy, has been at the very heart of Weatherfield.
It's about time somebody livened it up round here, isn't it, love?
Right, guys, let's concentrate and it'll be all very...
But now, after more than 2,000 episodes, it's time to say goodbye to one of the most famous faces in British soap.
You know, I've had my heart problems and things like that. I went deaf and I didn't realise how deaf I was and all these things, and I just said, no, I'm too tired now, I want to stop now.
Oh, my hair's falling out, my teeth are going, I'm not as randy as I was.
Bill Tarmy was born William Piddington in Manchester on the 4th of April 1941. Bill started out as a builder, but dreamt of success as a singer. And in 1968, he swapped construction for entertainment. When Bill wasn't singing with the band Take 10, he was taking on work as a television extra, appearing in series like ITV's Crown Court.
Do you find the accused guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
But when Coronation Street producers finally decided to cast a partner for loudmouth Vera Duckworth, Bill got a call that was to change his life.
One day they rang the house and said, they're going to write this character in called Jack, who's been spoken about for around about 2 years. He's Vera's husband. Would you like to play him?
I told you how Jack won't be coming. You know what he's like, kid. Can't drag him from that Conservative club on a Saturday night.
We'd met Vera, and we knew she was a bit of rough, and we'd heard her slagging off this husband of hers, Jack.
And I said, you wouldn't spell me extrovert, would it? Naive, would you say?
1979, Gail Potter married Brian Tilsley, and Jack Duckworth appeared in Coronation Street for the very first time.
Hey, you haven't met my husband, have you, Jack?
The first scene was a scene in the church, and that was where I met Liz.
When I saw him, I thought, oh, he's a bit of all right, he's nice looking.
Who did you say he was? Her husband. I didn't think she liked to be seen out with him.
The funny thing is, we got on straight away. Well, I'm fed up now. Take us out somewhere.
30 years on, Bill still remembers how hard it was to learn those early scripts.
I was in the middle of 24 pages of dialogue, and he frightened the hell out of me.
He was terrified, he really, really was.
Bill often said how nervous he was at the beginning, but he never showed a bit of it.
As Jack Duckworth, Bill Tarmy was about to become half of one of the most popular double acts ever seen on television.
You flaming maniac! Yeah?
Right from the start, theirs was a match made in hell.
You come back! Scum, you took my money, haven't you? You scum! You've done it again, haven't you?
I always remember Jack getting a clip round the ear like a naughty little schoolboy.
Get your coat on.
Jack was completely under Vera's thumb, of course.
I'll give you a choice.
She loved the idea of giving him a slap every now and again.
Listen, there's no wrong with me that a quick divorce won't cure. And now, come back! Vera were violent, you know. Oh, I think you're a bit of a sadist. Go sort it out. Hey, I'm passing your fly.
Hey, you're not taking our gear.
We're having this big argument, and there is a tailgate to this wagon. And she said, I've got to push you. I said, that's okay.
Yeah, go on, stick him on.
You shut up!
And she went, shoo.
You'd help me if you were a man instead of a rabbit in trousers.
And I hit this flat. And wow, did I hit it.
In the end, I pushed him that hard. His head bounced off. I mean, I was in shock. I thought I've killed him.
When the violence wasn't physical, it was verbal. And Jack spent most of his days dodging Vera's sharp tongue.
I've got a kind word for you and all. Skunk. The idle stoat. You lying toad.
You always feel sorry for Jack. And yet, you know he's never going to give up. He doesn't feel sorry for himself.
Do you know, I don't know why I married you.
Well, because you said you were up the duff.
No, I never really felt sorry for Jack. I thought he brought a lot of his problems on himself.
Do you know, if you and Boyd George were shipwrecked on a desert island, you still won't be the best man.
Despite the harsh words, life with the Duckworths was never dull.
It's a lottery, is marriage.
No, you got a chance on the lottery.
And Vera used every opportunity to spice things up.
Yeah. I've got my sexy underwear on.
Aye.
Though Jack was having none of it.
To be honest with you, I don't think she got much. Do you know what I mean? I don't care how long a night it is. I'll be there, waiting for you. You've had a shower, haven't you? Oh, you smell lovely. Jack?
Her always wanting him to be the cuddly kind of guy and he was never going to be that.
And that fresh air gives you an appetite.
No. I'll go and find out where the shops are and get some provisions.
Not that kind of appetite.
Yeah,
But even though Jack did his best to avoid Vera's advances, there were plenty of other women who caught his eye.
Hello, Flower. Still baffles me, you know, how a knockout-looking bird like you doesn't have the fellas knocking the door down.
I think it was the luck of the draw, really, that we were put together so early on.
When he wasn't playing away with Bet Lynch, Dulcie Froggatt's windows were getting an extra shine.
And your mother isn't energy.
I think she were his favourite because he used to go up the ladder and disappear.
He was just a damn good-looking man, and he thought women were missing out. So I'd put me dudes on and I'll go and show them what they're missing out on.
Jack had more than enough love to go round, and he reinvented himself as the ultimate dream date in a comedy classic from 1983.
Hi, my name's Vincent Blair. I'm in the business, show business, that is. I sing, I tell a few gags.
Well, I still know the speech.
Maybe you've even heard of me.
The white jacket. That's what I used to use in cabaret.
I'm pretty well known in Clubland.
Only a complete madman or a thicko would arrange to meet a date in his local pub.
Ain't a lot coming, you know. Of course he will.
And when Bet hatched a plan with Vera, Jack's dream woman turned out to be his worst nightmare.
Hi, Carol.
Well, hello, Vince. Terrific to meet you. He always thought he could get one over on Vera, but she knew everything we're doing. She could read him like a book.
And you're no flipping with it either!
No, but I will 10 minutes after I get you home.
When Jack wasn't dating women, he was dressing up as one. As members of the ladies' bowling team found out in another classic storyline from 2004.
I remember saying to Bill, I've got this idea about you having to go into drag as part of a bowling match. How do you feel about that? Bill gave me a look and said,
I've been waiting for this because I knew you'd get me in a frock somehow. Next time you come to training, bring a couple of frocks with you for me to try on and some makeup. And one of the funniest things was when they dressed him, but in the frock and the wig.
Look female, think female, be female.
Man, I feel like a woman.
And he looked in the full-length mirror and he said, I've been out with worse.
The thought of Bill in drag, well, sends a bit of a shudder.
He walked through the door and I went, Bill, I mean, I'd never seen him like it. I don't like the look of that Ida woman. She looks like the kind of old trollop that our Jack would knock around with. Yes.
He looked like Frankenstein's bride, really, because he just looked so horrendous. He just looked like a bloke in a wig.
You can get help. There's places you can go. Don't need any help. Well, you will do when Vera catches you in a frock.
He sort of got into it, you know. I thought, oh, he's enjoying this.
Well, we're two fellas playing on women's teams. So we'll play out the match. And may the best girl win.
Any phone calls?
Few from Terry.
The wig and frock didn't last long, and Jack Duckworth's life returned to normal. A quiet pint,
Tea's in the oven.
armchair sports,
Go on, me little beauty, go on, you cracked it. And if they don't win now,
and a bit of bird watching.
I fancy a nice plump bird.
Get off your bound pot.
But pigeons were always his favourites.
Now, come on, Dolly. Who's a little love for a dad, then, eh?
Who's a little sweetheart, eh? Come on, Dulcie, love. Come on, that's...
He loved pigeons more than anybody. And it used to irritate Vera. Oh, you can get rid of this lot and all like that's it.
Jack had always wanted some pigeons because that was a bit of a little cross there. I'm a pigeon fancier, you know.
Pigeons?
Bill only's got that one, you, has he? Eh?
It was crazy, the pigeon loving, wasn't it?
A village idiot, just because I love my pigeons.
This is where all men love Jack. I mean, most men at some point, however much they love their wives, like to escape.
I've got a sick pigeon to worry about.
Look, it's me you've got to worry about, love. I'm like them pigeons, you know. I've got feelings. I think she threatened him with the pigeons. And he were always wary that one day she might open the cage door.
But by 1998, Vera was sick of playing second fiddle to Jack's feathered friends. And revenge is a dish best served cold. Or in this case, piping hot.
Enjoying your pie, are you?
Hi. What is it?
Well, it's an ancient recipe. Something I thought you'd be partial to.
Rabbit? Pheasant?
Pigeon.
Hi, babe.
Still to come, Jack gives us a lesson in the language of love.
What do they call you? Angel?
But it's not all happy families.
It's not about money. Who do you think you're talking to?
Do you know, I have told you things I wouldn't tell my best mate.
Over the years, Jack Duckworth was always pleased when his pigeons came home to roost. But the same couldn't be said for his only son. Terry was trouble from the word go. When he wasn't breaking hearts, he was breaking and entering. And Jack's jailbird son left him tearing out his hair.
One last time. Listen, get out. Tell me one last time.
I thought I'm going to have fun with this character, and he's gonna, you know, get into a lot of trouble with them, and he's not going to take anything lying down from them and stuff like that.
You shut your mouth and keep it shut, and me and you are going to fall out.
Hey, are you so flaming rowing?
Jack always had one toe in the criminal world, sort of petty crime, and Terry just put a whole leg into it.
Jack, please, will you help him?
Vera, you're as daft as he is.
If you upset him, I'll put my foot in your face.
I could have told you a bit trouble.
One day you're going to put the blame where it fits, on your own flaming son.
Vera loved Terry. You know, he could never do out wrong in her eyes. Look, why do you always think the worst of him, eh?
Because that is all there is.
Why can't you accept he's turned over a new leaf?
He conned them again and again and again, but still they wanted him back, Terry.
You were a lovely kid, Terry, weren't you?
No, when you were a week old.
In 1992, after 3 years away from Weatherfield, Terry Duckworth returned to the street.
Yes, Terry Duckworth. Pleased to meet you.
Terry was released from prison to tie the knot with Lisa, and it wasn't long before baby Tommy arrived at number 9.
He's a little belter.
True to form, Terry got locked up for a punch-up.
Flame it, Nora.
And scarpered, leaving Jack and Vera holding the baby.
Well, you're just going to have to make sacrifices. Tighten your belt.
Vera, if I tighten my belt anymore, I'm going to cut the blood supply out to my legs.
But the Duckworths weren't proud grandparents for long.
What do you want? We've got some unfinished business, haven't we? Little matter of our Tom.
You can't get much lower than selling your own son, can you?
The in-laws took baby Tommy to Blackpool, leaving Vera heartbroken.
Vera!
And Jack furious.
How much money has this joker given you for all this?
It's not about money. Who do you think you're talking to?
Nigel and I go in hammer and tongs, and then give him up.
Oh, Jack!
And I think Jack had been waiting to do that for years.
Terry needed sorting, and he sorted him. I think the nation was cheering at that point.
You only do that in one stat. I don't want you calling me that no more, you.
We had some good fun, Nigel and I.
I just wanted to do a good job. And the more people hated me, the more I realised I'd done a good job.
But in the end, blood turned out to be thicker than water.
Dad, it's me. Can you hear me?
And when Terry was framed for a crime he didn't commit,
I'm innocent, and I've no one else to turn to.
Jack came to the rescue.
I believe you.
What?
There was a moment of truth between the two of them, where they both told it to each other like it was.
Stop that. Come on, stop.
Terry came good in the end, and Jack and Vera had a windfall. But, as usual, their good luck didn't last long.
Jack! How much rate, love? 20,000? Who do I make it out to?
Richard Hillman.
Look, I'm telling you, Vera, this horse is money in the bank.
But we haven't got any money in the bank.
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh! Well, don't know.
Right. Where are we going now?
What do you mean, where we're going now?
What I say, where are we going now?
Anywhere.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
As far away from here as we can
Despite all the feuding and fighting, the Duckworths shared one of the longest marriages in British TV history.
Jack and Vera.
As they often say, you know, in Lancashire, they'd spoil another couple.
Me and her, we come as a pair. All as have, all as will.
Yeah.
They both deserved what they got. But underneath all this, they loved each other. They just didn't say it. Vera, my little peapod, I am still here because every day you make me feel special.
Really?
He would always say, well, you know that and she'd say, yes, I know. And that's very moving, I think, and very, very real of a lot of couples.
I love you, Jack.
I know. And you know too, don't you?
I do. You're a very happily married man, and don't forget it.
Jack and Vera were together for 50 years, until tragedy struck in 2008, and Jack had to say goodbye to his beloved other half.
Go on, wake up, sweetheart. Wake up. No, you have. No, you have. No, you have. I miss her very much, very much. People have said, what was it like when Liz went and Vera went? Missed her as an actress, as a partner, as somebody to make me laugh.
Your body needs alcohol. It'll go into shock without it.
With Vera gone, life for Jack would never be the same again. But at least he had Tyrone to keep him company.
Tyrone's such a nice lad. They should have had a son like that.
You're still the same now as the day when he moved into our house and became the son that we always wanted.
What he wanted was that stable family life.
If you need me here to help, you've only got to say.
Thanks, Jack. I don't think there's much anyone can do to help, is there?
When Alan first came, he was 15 and he was enthusiastic, shall we say.
Ta-da! I needed someone with a level head that would literally just grab me by the collar and tell me what I needed to do.
Deep down, they all want the same thing.
Well, go on.
They all want a man to take charge of them.
I really thought that they were going to maybe officially adopt Tyrone, because they have done in everything but name, and he really is a chip off the old block.
You've been more of a son to us than our Terry ever was.
Yeah.
And you've been better parents to me than mine ever could be.
Tyrone Dobbs Duckworth. Special ring to that, hasn't it? You know, double barrel like the aristocrats have.
Tyrone became a Duckworth in everything but name, and he made sure his son had a name to live up to.
Have you got a name for him yet?
Yeah, but there's someone we got to tell first before we tell anybody else.
All right.
I think Tyrone and Molly was always going to name the baby Jack if it was a boy, because Jack was such a massive influence in Tyrone's life.
He wants to name the baby after Jack, you know. Jack Dobbs. Young Dobbsy.
We're going to call him Jack.
He'll end up with a load of bad habits, you know, like supping and backing horses and everything, you know.
But he'll have a good heart.
Something we both want. It means that name will be carried on, and there'll be a Jack on Coronation Street.
But sadly, Jack wouldn't be around to see little Jack grow up.
Right. I am here because this is where I want to be at the end.
Cut, thank you. We will check that.
It marked the end of an era when Bill Tarmy filmed his last scenes in the Rovers.
Coronation Street. Only thing that's extraordinary is the job. Not me, because I'm only me.
I'd get 'em all laughs at a funeral.
I don't mind you won't, not when they read the will. All you're getting is the pigeons.
It's as if you're still in that cellar, really. Just you know, having a cheeky one while you change the barrel.
Neither a borrower nor a lender be. William Shakespeare.
I hope your Robbie dies, Jack Douglas.
I think Bill knows how popular Jack is, but I don't think Bill knows how popular Bill is.
You are one of the best actors I've ever had the privilege of working with, and I mean that.
Cheers. It's sad because I enjoyed working with him so much.
You've been a massive influence in my life and a big inspiration to me personally.
Bill, I love you to bits. You're the most nicest, kindest man on this earth.
Oh, you little belter. Oh, what are you then?
Done pretty well, though. For a lad who a teacher once wrote, this lad is wasting space. Some space I wasted.
Next, here on ITV1, it's the star-studded night which celebrates the achievements of Britain's everyday unsung heroes. It's the Daily Mirror Pride of Britain Awards.